All right, so welcome back. Authorities capture one of two inmates who escaped from Philadelphia prison. Okay, here they are right here. Okay, so it says authorities searched Tuesday, May 9th, 2023 for two inmates, one accused of killing four people. All right, so they escaped from a Philadelphia prison. But you see how it says one accused of killing four people? Now, this is the two suspects' first names, right? Nasir and Amin. And you see the 38s in their first name synced up with murder 38, right? And you see the 25 connection there. Now, only one of them was accused of murder, okay? But I'm just showing you the connection there. You see the 38s, right? And it says they escaped from the Philadelphia Industrial Correctional Center around 8:30 p.m. Now, if we're using numerology, that's just 83, right? Like murder and morgue. 83 when you run the alphabet in reverse using gematria, right? Pretty simple. It's no coincidence. Okay, so members of the task force were conducting surveillance in an area of North Philadelphia where they believed 24-year-old Nasir Grant was staying. Okay, 24-year-old. And a man resembling Grant came out of a residence wearing full female Muslim garb. You see that? But focus on the 24. See? Woman equals 24 in gematria. I mean, the day hits and these stories just are pumped out of a computer, right? It's all scripted by numbers. Look at that. Dressed as a woman, he's 24 years old. Woman equals 24 in gematria. Okay, so it says he submitted to our commands, and it was pretty much an uneventful arrest, which is the way we like it. Okay? So, submitted, of course, 113. Like dishonest, not true, broadcasting, mainstream, disinfo, bullshit. There's more, but you get the point, right? It's a bullshit news story. They emphasize these certain words. You run them in the calculator, and what do you know? Okay, so I said there's two suspects. It says Hurst had been charged with 4 counts of murder, like I said, while Grant was being held on conspiracy drug charges and conspiracy weapons charges. So look at that, conspiracy 57, drug charges 57. And look at Robert Clark, the reflection 75. I'll get to that here real quick. See, Robert Clark, supervisory deputy with the Marshals Service, Eastern District of Pennsylvania, right? Involved in trying to capture the two suspects, but we know it's scripted, right? And look, remember the 57s and the 75s, right? Look, who escaped with Grant from the Philadelphia Industrial Correction Center on Sunday night? Well, Sunday night, that was 5/7, right? Or in most of the world, written 7/5 or the seventh day of the fifth month. So let's go back. See? 57, 57, 75, May 7th, 5/7 or 7/5, right? Look, conspiracy weapons charges, Philadelphia Department of Prisons. That's where they escaped from, right? That's how they write it. Look, 277, 128. No matter how you run this shit, it's gonna sync up. See? Philadelphia Department of Prisons, right? And I got it shortened, DEPT. That's You'll see it written like that, okay? I was in prison, I know. Look, Clark described the search for the two men as exhausting. See how they emphasize it, right? 128. You know what I mean? Right? 128. See? Like conspiracy, weapons charges, Philadelphia Department of Prisons. 128. You see it? Exhausting. 128. That's why it's emphasized. Like I said, this is just like pumped out of some supercomputer. It has to be. I mean, they're not just sitting there writing the story as it happens, you know? Like they'll have Wikipedia pages all typed up on some of these events. And it's well in advance. I mean, it's synced up with the I don't know, the times, the dates, and it's ran through a computer somehow. So moving on. Look, the men were aided by a woman in the city who authorities said Thursday had been charged with escape and conspiracy. I mean, I guess she got charged with that. The two men escape, right? And this is in Philadelphia, like I said. Scripted story. But look at her name. Her last name's Stalling. Just remember that. Charged with escape, right? The two men escape. Look, we get the 113 again in escape. If you run the alphabet in reverse using gematria. Like the number for dishonesty, 113. To go with all the 113s earlier, I mean, it's a bullshit news story, right? To say the least. Check this out. Undeniable here. This story has been updated to correct that the woman's last name is Stalling, not Stallings. Do these people even like proofread their work, or they don't want to make sure they can't get the name right? But let me show you. So the story has been updated, like I said. The woman's last name is Stalling, not Stallings. Well, so it was originally Stallings, right? You see that? Looks very similar. Well, you got the 113, like dishonest, bullshit politics, right? So on, so on. You see the 130 and the reshuffling and the 103. Come on. They might as well have just left it. Would that have been too obvious, y'all? Because look, it's updated to Stalling. Not much going on there, right? 94, 31, 122, and 50. Not much, right? So, I mean, today's May 12th, right? So, this story, I guess, maybe is barely being published. You see how it says an hour ago. But obviously, it was a few days back. So, authorities capture one of two inmates who escaped from Philadelphia prison. They made it sound like they captured both of them in the story. Maybe I'm wrong, but until next time, y'all.